Very warm welcome to you. It's just before 8 o'clock here in the UK, and we're going to have a look at the four hands that you played this evening. This is the last in the series of hands on defence. I think Alan will be back next week with some more declarer play hands, but for the moment, these are all about defence. I know Glynis was a little puzzled that she couldn't make one hand. Well, that was primarily because the defence got it right and she couldn't make it. Okay, so you can rest easy, Linus. It wasn't something you did wrong. It was something the opposition did right. Okay, let's have a look at the hands now. This is the first hand that you have is on your screen. And we had a rather peculiar auction rather than going back a few years, this sort of auction, but this is what we had. We had one no trump. Nowadays, of course, let's go back. Start again. 4 passes. When the yellow boxes have disappeared. That's one no trump. Nowadays, of course, we would transfer to spades, but in those days, they didn't do that. Again, my fingers should be. Here we go, 4 spades. And we get the lead of a low heart. Okay, now just having a look at it from declarer's point of view, he's expecting to lose a spade trick. Hopefully they're not going to be 4-1, but he's going to lose a spade. He's going to lose a heart. He's very likely going to lose a diamond. He won't lose any clubs, but he can't afford to lose 2 diamonds. So he could hope that North had the king of diamonds, or he can try and set the clubs up. Now, the clubs are more likely to break 4-2 than 3-3. And if he's going to set them up, he's got to ruff clubs twice to set up the 5th one, if they are 4-2. Has he got the entries to do that? Well, he's got a club entry. He can use that to ruff 1 club, and he'll have a heart ruff to do that to lead the 2nd, to get another club ruff. Okay, so that's his plan. We're going to try and set the clubs up by using a heart ruff as 1 entry and the club itself as the other entry. That will enable us to ruff 2 clubs, setting up the 5th club. The ace of diamonds will still be in dummy, and we'll make. So let's see what happens if we try and do that. Does it really matter what North leads? No, not really. Right, we're going to draw a 2nd trump because we don't want our club drops being over ruffed. We don't want them making their winning trump. Okay. Still got the king of hearts as well. Maybe North should have played a heart back. Cash the king of hearts now. Now we're going to cash the ace of clubs. And ruff a club. And we're going to ruff the heart. Ruff another club. The ace of diamonds is still there. And now we're going to play the 8 of clubs. We're going to throw a diamond on it, whether North ruffs it or not. All North is going to make, they're going to make 1 diamond trick and 1 spade trick. So let's assume that he roughs that one. We're going to throw a diamond anyway. Easy, wasn't it? So what could the defence have done about it? Let's put the board back to the table again. Four spades. Oh dear, people are unmuting themselves. Okay, let's see if we can find participants. Mute all. Do not allow them to unmute themselves. Try again. Okay. Right, we've got the hand back again, and this time we'll just pass from north and we'll bid four spades by east, because that's going to be the final contract. Now, if north can work out that that is going to be declarer's plan, there's a lead again, the two of hearts. Well, he can stop it by not taking the ace of hearts now. Let's imagine that he ducks it. The heart's not going to run away. His partner's promised a four-card suit because he led the two, so he's not going to lose his ace of hearts. But how can declarer set up? He has to draw two trumps before he starts on the clubs. But that heart ruff was his extra entry. So what's going to happen if he draws two trumps first? Before he starts on the clubs, because otherwise South will over ruff the club. Now we start on the clubs. Play a second one. All going swimmingly so far. Now we ruff one. But now when we play a heart, you can see what's going to happen. North, very unkindly, takes that spade away from dummy and we can't ruff a heart anymore. If we can't ruff a heart, we can't ruff the club and get back to it. So simply by ducking the first heart at trick one, we can take this contract off. If we don't, declarer has the entries he needs to establish that fifth club trick. So we're going to claim this now as one off. So lead to jack of diamonds at trick two. Is that going to help? I don't think so. If he goes up with the ace of hearts, jack of diamonds, he goes queen, king, ace, ace of clubs, king of clubs, ruff a club, draw two trumps. I'll draw two trumps first, ace of clubs, king of clubs, ruff a club, over to the heart, ruff another club, and then ruff a heart and discard the diamond on your club. Exactly the same. It won't help to switch to the jack of diamonds at trick two, Glints. Nice suggestion, though. Do we have any other questions or comments on board one? Okay. We love the questions, we love the comments. Send them to the table so that we can all see what the question is, and then I'll do my best to answer it. Yeah, I think in quite a lot of cases, declarer didn't tackle it as he should have, Sanya. I mean, and the ones I watched did take the ace of hearts, and then declarers still went off. They didn't appreciate the importance of setting up, just trying to establish the clubs. Okay. We'll move on to board 2. Here we go. Board 2, he says. I know, I seem to have lost board 2. Table. And the opposition are silent. Again, well, I don't think that's necessarily a catch-all situation, Bruce, but it's certainly right in this particular situation. You need to work out why you need to do it. Don't do it automatically. I mean, it's like people, my partner leads a spade, so I win the second trick and I play a spade straight back. It may be right, it may be not, but you need to work out whether it's right or wrong. There's a particular reason here for not taking the first heart. Is to deny dummy an entry that he's going to need to establish those clubs. All right, board 2, no opposition bidding, a little bit of a strange auction. I'll tell you what it is, I won't put it all up. It goes 1 diamond, 1 heart, 2 no trumps, 3 spades. Nowadays, most people would use check back of one description or another and find out about the spade fit. And but net result is going to be 6 spades by North. So we're going to cut all the way around and just bid 6 spades by North. Okay, what's the opening lead going to be? The 7 of clubs, we're told. Bearer wins it. And plays the king of spades, or he can, if he wins it in hand, he can. Now, what are we planning to do? We're hoping we're going to take 2 rounds of spades, and then we can leave the other spade outstanding if necessary, and start on the diamonds. Ace, king of diamonds, ruff a diamond, over to the other spade, ruff another diamond, and then dummy's diamonds will be good, and we'll have the entry to get there. Let's see that in action. Let's see what happens. So, see what happens. Doesn't really matter what he plays back. Let's say he plays another club back, say. Then, so we're going to draw a second trump. Now we'll play the ace of diamonds and ruff a diamond. To the trump, that takes dummy's last trump away. West last trump away, and ruff another diamond. Oh no, we needed to do that. We needed to get to dummy differently, didn't we? We got to ruff 2 diamonds. I'm gone too fast with myself. Start again. There we go. You shouldn't need to lead the second trump. until we ruff one diamond. He's played his second trump. There we go. Right. Now we'll play the trump diamond. Trump. The diamond. We don't even need to cash the ace of clubs. Play the ace of hearts. Drop a heart. Draw the last trump. Well, I don't think it matters if he plays a trump because then the club is an entry, but we'll try that in a second. No dummies diamonds are good. Let's put it back to the table. Do what Ratner suggests. Okay, we do the same thing again, so we get the lead of a club. Oh, we need to bid the contract first, don't we? We're going to be in 6 spades by north. Let's pass it round. Right, leads 7 of clubs. Jack of clubs wins. Let's say he takes the spade and plays on second spade, then let's see what happens. So he plays a second spade. That's the ace of diamonds. Diamond. Now we go over to the king of clubs. Another diamond. And we're back where we were before. We take the ace of hearts and ruff a heart. So it didn't really matter whether he played a club back or a trump back. Now dummies diamonds are good again. So what could the defence, we need to claim that one, so we're making that, there we go. So what could the defence have done about it? Well, let's put it back to the table one more time. Six spades. Well, it's very similar to the one we saw earlier. We set the club's lead. And we play the king of spades. And West ducks it. Let's see what the effect of that is. If he ducks the spade. Now if South now plays on second spade, West will win that and play a third spade. And he can no longer ruff 2 diamonds. So, but if he starts on the diamonds now, ace of diamonds, ruff a diamond, then the defence will make a trick with the 9 of spades, because if he tries to ruff another diamond, it'll get over ruffed. So the secret of this defence is for West not to take the first spade. If it doesn't take the first spade, declarer cannot establish those diamonds without East getting a diamond ruff. We'll go through the motions, we'll see what happens. We can't afford to play another one, so let's say, because he'll just play a third one. We could still hope that the diamonds are 3-3. If we cross to dummy and play a third diamond, ruff it, East will over ruff and we'll still have the ace of spades to lose. And if instead now we carry on with trumps, West will continue with his last trump to stop any ruffing dummy, stop the diamond being ruffed. And now when the diamonds don't break now, declarer is going to go off. So the whole secret of this hand was West refusing to take that first spade. The danger signal was that very long length in diamonds. You've got 4 diamonds in the West seat. Dummy's got an awful lot. And you can see that if declarer can ruff them twice, then your queen of diamonds is dead. And you're trying to stop him doing that. And the way to stop him is to duck the first spade, and then he can try as he may. He can try and ruff 2 diamonds, but his partner will over ruff. East will over ruff the second one, and that will be 1 off. This is going to be 1 off now, so let's save that one as well. There we go. Yes, I have claimed it, Pat. Yeah. Okay, any questions or comments on board 2, please? I don't know how many people are getting these right, and I know that some people are not making them these contracts anyway, because they don't follow the best line. All right, we'll move on to board 3, he says. 3 table. Now, one thing that never ceases to amaze me. I mean, I watch you people playing these hands week after week, and the number of times one of you will do something that doesn't work, and you'll say almost immediately, I should have done this. And that's before you see the full hand sometimes. So, this was a case in point, although I think on this occasion East did see the full hand before he made his comment, but he recognised straight away what the winning defence was. Right, now what are we going to be in? We're going to be in 5 hearts by South. The opposition bid spades, North-South bid hearts. When the opposition bid 4 spades, South goes to 5 hearts. So we'll just get South bidding 5 hearts. Thank you, Sonia. Okay, and we get the lead of the King of Spades. Now, bearing in mind that spades have been bid and supported, it's fairly obvious to East that South does not have more than 1 spade. There's 4 in dummy. His partner's made an overcall. He's got 5. He's got 3 himself. So declarer has 1. But where are the defensive tricks coming from? You need 3 tricks to defeat 5 hearts. You're not going to make a heart trick. You're only going to make 1 spade trick. You're only going to make 1 diamond trick. So the other 2 tricks are going to come from clubs. That's all they can come from. But there's a big danger here that if you don't attack the clubs straight away, let's see what will happen. Let's see what. Let's imagine that well, maybe we say we like it, whatever methods. But, the defence is over now. West can't switch to clubs. He plays another spade. Maybe now you try and say, well, maybe I can get the lead now. And declare is going to draw trumps. And that's the trumps gone. And he's going to throw 2 clubs away on the king queen of diamonds and not lose any more tricks. Easy peasy. Next hand, please. So there we go. Claim that one. Now we'll put it back to the table. And again, we'll have South bidding 5 hearts. Get East Western bidding spades. And again, we have the spade lead. Now, all it needs is for East to recognise that his only chance of defensive tricks is in clubs. He's going to make the ace of diamonds, but he needs 2 more tricks. He's got the ace of spades, the ace of diamonds. Where's his other trick coming from? So what he's going to do, he's going to overtake the spade and switch to the jack of clubs. And now declarer can do nothing. He takes the finesse, it'll lose. Well, let's undo that and let's say he takes the finesse because he appreciates that he needs it. But it doesn't work. Back comes another club. And when declarer, well, let's say he's going to draw the trumps first, isn't he? So there's a diamond. And East promptly cashes another club. And this contract now has gone 2 off. So if East doesn't overtake the spade at trick 1, declarer gets home easily, simply by establishing 2 diamond tricks to take care of his losing clubs. If he does overtake it and play a club back, then declarer has no escape. He's going to go 2 off. I'm going to claim this as down 2. Here we go. Just a matter of thinking, as so often, where are the defensive tricks coming from? And the answer here is they can only come from clubs. You know you're not going to make more than 1 diamond. You know you're not going to make more than 1 spade. So you've got to make at least 1 club to defeat this. And there's a big danger that declarer will establish diamonds to get rid of the clubs unless you tackle the clubs quickly enough. Any questions or comments on board 3 then, please? You didn't recognise it, Chris. Why was that? Do you know why? Did you not think in that direction? Where did you think the other defensive trick was going to come from? And when I phrase it like that, there isn't anywhere else for it to come from. But you want to give partner rough in diamonds, but declarer's got only 1 diamond in dummy. So, and he's not going to be able to over rough dummy, is he? Never mind. All right, we will move on to the last board, board 4. Upload the onto the table. And this auction, well, we'll give it to you. Starts off with West, 1 diamond, 3 hearts, typical preemptive bid, 4 spades, double, pass, pass, pass. And the table I watched on this occasion got it exactly right. They got the defence card perfect. And let's have a look and see, first of all, what we think is going to happen. I watched another table who got it nearly right and then messed it up. All right. Now that king of hearts, partners bid 3 hearts. That king can either be a singleton or it can be a doubleton. It can't be anything else. From king to 3, he shouldn't be leading the king. Yeah, they played it card perfectly, Sanya. They defeated it properly. And so either way, you can cater for partner having the singleton or doubleton by overtaking the first. And then you lead the queen. And now what? Well, partner will not have any tricks in the minors. Partner may well have the ace of spades or king to 4, something like that. May have a spade trick, but we still need another one. And there's nowhere else it can come from apart from trumps. Somebody else wanted to join in. I've just said, okay. There's nowhere else it can come from apart from trumps. So we need to try and generate a trump promotion. Now that's going to mean the partner is going to need a trump higher than the 7 in addition to the ace and or king. Right, so it's a bit of a tall order, but that's what we've got to do because we can't make any tricks in the minors. We know that any finesse declarer needs to take is going to work. If he needs to finesse the diamond, well, I haven't got it, says North, and I haven't got the king of clubs. I haven't got that either. And declarer's got at least 7 spades, so he's only got 4 cards in the minors anyway. So we're forced to the conclusion if we're going to defeat this, we need 2 spade tricks. Maybe reasonable to expect partner to have 1 by force. The other one we're going to have to promote. Now, so we lead a heart. If declarer roughs it low, South will over ruff with the 8 and cash the ace, and that will be 1 down. So declarer doesn't ruff it low. He says, well, I've a pretty good chance of drawing the spades anyway. So he roughs it high. And this is where at least one South went awry because that South over ruffed with the ace of spades. And then it didn't matter what they played next. Declarer was just going to simply draw the trumps and got the rest of the tricks. Got all the diamond tricks, didn't even need the club finesse. But what if now South does not over ruff? Provided partner has got the 9 or any spade higher than the 9, then the ace 8 is going to make 2 tricks. If we over ruff this 10 with the ace, we don't make any more tricks. That will be our last trick. But if we discard, right, declarer now tries to draw trumps. Doesn't really matter what we do now. because we have a natural spade trick with the 8 of spades, but only if we did not over ruff when declare a ruff with the 10 or anything higher. And off this contract goes. One down. Not that difficult to see once you think about it. And certainly the North-South pair that I watched, they knew exactly what they were doing. North promptly led a third round of hearts, trying to promote a trump in his partner's hand, and his partner duly recognised that it was going to cost him a trick to over ruff the 10 with the ace. So he didn't. He still needed his partner to have the 9 or anything higher than the 9, but once he did, that 8 becomes promoted, and this cast iron looking contract hits the deck. It doesn't succeed. Do we have any questions or comments on board 4? Okay, well, those are the 4 hands that you tackled this evening, and the last of the, for the moment at least, of the hands that are based on defence. So hopefully Alan will be back next week with some more declare a play hands. I saw them the other night. I think they're quite good. I think you'll love them. Oh yes, I will remind you that Tuesday evening in the lesson room from IAC, Alan will be around from around about 7:45, ably assisted by Caroline. Everybody's welcome to come along. He uses Zoom, and what happens, random hands come up. People are invited to sit down in partnerships if they have a partnership. So if you play 2 over 1 and you have a regular partner, well, turn up, you can play 2 over 1, that's fine. The hands will be just random. Nobody will know what they are. You play them, and there will be something for Alan and I. I'll be there around about 9 o'clock. I have another engagement earlier in the evening, but Alan from 7:45, me from 9 o'clock, goes on till 10-ish, maybe just a little bit past 10, and we discuss and people pass comments on the hands that turn up. There's always something. Okay, so lovely to see you if you want to come along tomorrow night in the IAC lesson room. Okay.